KWQC-TV, the news leader, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, the truth about dental implants. Secure Dental is here to explain how they can restore confidence, protect your jaw, and make an impact on your overall health.
Plus, planning a trip to Galena, Illinois as the historic community celebrates its bicentennial anniversary. We have a look at upcoming events.
And it's almost time for the fun and family-friendly Ice-Stravaganza in downtown Davenport. We'll get details on outdoor activities and the Afterglow party.
And that's where we begin on this Monday, January 12th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier alongside my co-host, Kyle Keel. Well, if you can't escape the cold Midwest winter weather, you may as well have some fun with it.
Might as well do that. Well, that's exactly what the annual Ice-Stravaganza in downtown Davenport is all about, and it's happening this weekend.
Yep, joining us with more on what to expect is organizer Haley Moore, along with DJ Buddha, who's getting the party started at the Afterglow event. Thank you both for being here today. Thanks for
kind of in the middle of the party, I think.
You are. You're in the middle of the party, but you're getting that evening party started.
It does do that, and it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and we're so excited to tell everybody about it today. But first, Haley, let's start with you. I know we talked a little bit with Kyle Carter last week about Ice-Stravaganza, but for anybody who may have missed that conversation, can you kind of describe what this event is all about?
Yeah, of course. So it is a free, family-friendly ice festival in downtown Davenport at the Freight House. We've got live ice carvings both in the afternoon and at night with DJ Buddha, and then we also have a sculpture trail that you can see both during the day, and then at night they'll be illuminated. Then we've also got some chances to warm up both inside the Freight House. At the Farmers Market they'll have extended hours, as well as Antonella's will be serving, as well as Front Street Brewery, and then we also have the Family Credit Union who'll be doing hot chocolate for free.
Wow.
Oh, fantastic. And you'll definitely need to warm up because the forecast, it's definitely looking pretty icy, which is good for the sculptures. I mean, we were talking before the show, it's very hit or miss each and every year. I mean, there are years that, you know, the artists really struggle to keep their ice sculptures going.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, as Morgan mentioned, we had Kyle on talking about the theme of this year. Every year you have a theme, and it's This Is Iowa.
Yeah.
So talk more about that theme and what it means.
Yeah, so it's Iowa inspired this year. So we'll have a big scenery structure per usual that'll kind of be Iowa themed as far as farms go. It's going to be a barn with lots of animals. And then we'll also have some other cultural structures that kind of represent Iowa, and then we'll also have a little face-off between Iowa and Iowa State, which will be fun.
Oh, there it is. People are going to get really into that.
They really will,
Okay, awesome. Well, DJ Buddha, one of the big draws, of course, is the Afterglow party, which is happening Saturday evening. I believe 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. are the times for that. So you play a major role in that. Can you kind of tell us what to expect from you?
Well, myself and the artist, which is Rob Storm, who who carves ice with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Big, small, medium, large chainsaws. I kind of give him the background and the sound check of what's or soundtrack that's going on there.
Oh.
Because I'm not your average Quad City type DJ. I play a little more house and techno thing.
Okay.
So I give him the soundtrack that he kind of grooves to, but also still trying to keep it family friendly.
I love that.
And recognizable for people, because I like to do a lot of live mashups as we go, taking a house and dance beat and throwing something you wouldn't expect over it.
We don't necessarily get to see a lot of that or hear a lot of that all the time here in the Quad Cities, so that's fun.
So I've been doing this for, I think we decided around 10 years I've been involved in this. And every year it becomes more fun. It becomes just, it gets a little more special for us. So
that's great.
I love taking part of this.
Oh, that's
great. And I mean, you've seen that growth here year after year. What do you think makes that event specifically special to people?
I think it's kind of the winter alternating currents.
Oh, that's a good way to put that,
little mini winter alternating currents is what it is. I mean, you don't have the bands and everything, but you have the display of art. People are coming around in the Quad Cities. Because people think of Iowa, the last thing you're thinking of is the things that happen around here, all the art and festivals and that. But the one thing you do think about is community. And the community around here really does like to get together.
They do.
So
especially with the arts,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and the arts around here, it's just so important. And And the way this community comes together around the arts is great.
I agree.
I would agree. Yeah, we are very lucky, and we get to see that firsthand here on Quad Cities Live all the time. So Haley, there is an outdoor activity zone that people get very excited about year after year. Families, kids, adults, everyone. So what can you tell us about that? I know you all like to keep a few things under wraps and keep it a surprise.
Yes, so the Carvers do like to keep an element of surprise, but when thinking about an Iowa-inspired game, perhaps bags, maybe cornhole will be included. We'll also have another one, but I don't want to give it all away.
Right.
But just something to do with your family that is interactive with the ice.
Yeah. Okay. So something to think about, something to get excited about before you show up.
Exactly. And you want to give people something a little different each and every year. So what do you think keeps people coming back, keeps this event growing each and every year?
I think just the excitement, and I think the theme is a big element because it's something different every year.
Definitely,
So last year we did art and ice, and this year the fact that it's Iowa, I think, will really bring the community together and creates an element of excitement as well.
The themes are fun. They really are.
Most definitely. And you saw a map of everything going down there at the Freight House.
Yes.
New this year, you're not going to have the glowing lights on Beiderbecke Drive. That'll be at the Freight House.
Correct.
So we had talked with Kyle about that. So everything's in one centralized location.
That's nice,
So Ice-Stravaganza will be January 16th through the 18th. That's this weekend at the Freight House in downtown Davenport. As we mentioned, the Afterglow party runs from 5:30 to 7:30 Saturday night. For a full list of events, head to downtowndavenport.com/Ice-Stravaganza. Obviously, we'll have all this up on our website, kwqc.com. Click on Quad Cities Live. Haley and DJ Buddha, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
Have
you.
fun this weekend.
Appreciate the visit.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and you'll see them all this weekend. Coming up, an important conversation about dental implants and how they can actually change your overall health. We'll get details when we sit down with Secure Dental next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you've ever lost a tooth, if you're living with dentures or a bridge, you may be wondering what options are out there to get your smile, confidence, and oral health back on track. Today we're joined by Dr. Nazis Jaffrey, CEO and co-founder of Secure Dental, to break down one of the most advanced and life-changing solutions in modern dentistry, dental implants. Dr. Jaffrey, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, I'm looking forward to chatting with you. I always look forward to chatting with professionals like yourself because it's a chance for our audience, our viewers, to get a lot of their questions answered. And I always say this, I feel like it's hard to make the phone calls sometimes for a lot of people, right? They think their problem isn't big enough, or maybe it's too big, and that keeps them from making that appointment. So this is just a really great way for folks to get to know everything that you do. So for people that are hearing this information for the first time, what exactly is a dental implant?
So, a dental implant is really easy to understand in nowadays. This era that we're living in, it's just a titanium post that is put in our jawbone, and it mimics exactly our root. The tooth root, and it holds the bone in place. And on top of that, because it's so sturdy, on top of that you can put a crown on top, you can put dentures on top to make it fixed.
Okay, so what is the difference then between a dental implant and a bridge or a denture?
Very good question. We hear it all the time. So a bridge is something where you are using the two existing teeth that the patient has. So you're actually sacrificing those two healthy teeth to make a bridge. And this was something that was done in the olden times. It sometimes still gets done, but in an implant is placed in the missing space, and you don't have to worry about the adjacent teeth. Denture, on the other hand, just sits on gums. So it's moving around, it's very sloppy. It is something for aesthetics, but patients cannot chew because it's not sitting in place.
Understood. Okay, and you brought some examples with you here today, just directly right in front of us. So what are you showing us?
So we're showing an alternative aspect of dentures, actually. So when I said the dentures sit on just gums, this is a zirconia arch, which is actually fixed onto those implants on top of the gums. And it just never moves. And also, if you notice, there is no palate, so patients do not have any altered taste. At all. They can enjoy their life. They don't have to take it out and soak it. The kids don't have to get scared because they're taking their teeth out. This is like fixed onto the dental implants. So this is another technology now that it's coming up that we can serve our patients with.
Okay, yeah, and those are some things, I guess, if you've never dealt with it in your own life or have a family member who's never dealt with it, you don't realize those issues that they've been dealing with and potentially struggling with all that time. So one thing I found interesting, just reading a little bit about what you all do, a lot of people don't realize that missing teeth can actually affect much more than your appearance. So kind of explain that for people and all the different impacts that can have.
Absolutely. So we think, okay, the tooth is hurting, let's just take it out and forget about it and we'll deal with this space. But what's happening is because the tooth is causing simulation of the bone, so the bone stands in place for the long period of time. That's just how our body physiology works. But when the tooth is taken out, and if multiple teeth are taken out, the bone doesn't get any simulation, and it resorbs and shrinks. And what happens is that at that time, treatment commodities become really tough because now you have to build bone, or we might not have that much bone and you're stuck with a flipper or nothing in there and you're just biting on the other side. Also, your cheeks get sunken up. We get wrinkles quite a bit. So with somebody who gets dentures, it kind of fills up, or somebody who gets implants with something like this, like zirconia, we can actually take care of those wrinkles and puff up the face as well, and it looks healthy and nutritious.
That must be very meaningful for your patients. Just to, you know, they came in to fix a problem that might be very inconvenient in their day-to-day as far as like eating things and chewing and all of that. And maybe it is cosmetic to a certain extent, but those changes sound like they're pretty immediate.
You are so right, because patients chew, as their teeth are getting taken out, their lifestyle of chewing is changing because they cannot enjoy the stuff that they used to, especially steak or even lettuce. Eating a lettuce or a sandwich is so hard for patients because the chewing capability is just lost. So when you give them something stable that they can actually bite off, it just changes their whole lifestyle.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So is it ever too late? You were talking about rebuilding bone. Is it ever too late to do that, rebuild bone and still have implants?
There was a time that I would say, yeah, that was true, but now the technology has advanced so much, the skill set of dentists in our office has advanced so much that we have the capability to study the bone really well, and then we have the things to rebuild it as well, regenerate bone. So we can do that. And again, even if you can get one implant or two implant in that place and the patients can bite on it, only in the one or two, it's really gratifying for them.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I'm really glad that that was a question that we got to talk about, because once again, there's maybe people watching who have maybe called about this 3, 4, or 5 years ago and were told no, and it's maybe not a no anymore. And that could be huge for somebody. So who is an ideal candidate for dental implants?
You know, anybody who is missing teeth since a long time, or who just got an extraction done recently. Those are the ones who just got an extraction done are the best patients, because the bone is so fresh. You know, you can place the implant, the healing is beautiful, and they get a gratifying effect right away. So anybody who's missing teeth for any reason, they lost it because of a trauma, they lost it because they fell down, they lost it because it was just decayed or root canal. Anybody with dentures, and those dentures are not staying in place, they're perfect candidates. You place like like 2 implants in the bottom, 2 on the top, the denture fits in, changes their life because that thing is not moving around anymore. And anybody who is in flippers, like partial dentures or flippers, and that one tooth is like, you know, sticking out, and they're in front of friends and at a dinner and they have to keep pushing it in. It's very annoying for them. It's very embarrassing. Like, I don't know what stuff is going around emotionally through their head, but there are things that we can do now.
And you've seen it, and you've seen it firsthand. Okay, well, we've got the website on the screen, so if you want to learn more about Secure Dental or even book your appointment online, you can actually do that as well. Visit secure-dental.com. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us today. Just a great conversation. Thank you.
Perfect.
We
it was
really
good.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Thank
you. Still to come on QCL, one of the most historic towns in our region is turning 200 years old, and the celebration is happening all year long. How you can be part of Galena's Bicentennial. Next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
This year marks a very special milestone for one of Illinois' most charming and historic towns.
Galena, nestled in the rolling hills of Northwest Illinois, is celebrating 200 years since it's officially became Galena in the first place. From community gatherings and historic exhibits to a very big birthday celebration, the Galena Bicentennial promises a full calendar of events in 2026.
Yeah, lots going on. We're joined today by Barb Hawker from the Galena Area Chamber of Commerce to talk about what makes this bicentennial so meaningful. Barb, thank you for making the trip down to the Quad Cities today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, 200 years, that is an incredible milestone. So let's start from the beginning. How did Galena become Galena? How did it get its name 200 years ago?
Galena means lead.
Lead,
and
okay.
the lead miners back 200 years ago.
Yeah.
And so the name Galena means lead. So that's how it got its name, and that's how it got its beginning from the indigenous people, then became miners, and now to what it is today.
Yeah, and such a wonderful place. I just love Galena.
Oh,
Anytime
it's such a
we
nice
have anybody
town
on from Galena, people probably get sick of hearing me say it. I do. I love it so much.
It's a nice gem.
It is.
Yeah.
So why is this bicentennial so special, so important for the people of Galena? Not just the people who live there year-round, but the people who have businesses there and all of that.
Well, I think that Galena it's very unusual because we have history, we have topography, we have businesses and shopping, and yet it's small enough that you can get around to everything. The town exactly, as far as people go, there's only 3,300 people that live there, and 1 million visitors.
Yeah.
Oh, that blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, yeah, anytime I go downtown Galena, I mean, it is always packed. But like you said, everything's really easily accessible in the downtown area. So, yeah, well, what a wonderful town filled with a lot of history. So, as we mentioned, there's many celebrations going on throughout the year for the bicentennial. So, can you go over just a few of them? I know it starts a little bit later this month with, or actually just in a few days.
We just started.
You just started.
We did a kickoff.
You did a kickoff,
on December 27th.
December 27th. And a little bit later this week, you've got some trivia. I mean, we were discussing through the show. I mean, lots of trivia that you might not be aware of.
And we still need some teams, so come on over and
there's
do
still
some
time.
teams, right?
Okay, and that's Galena trivia.
That's Galena trivia.
So brush up on your grant knowledge.
Or even before or after.
Or before. There you go. She's giving you a hint.
200 years.
She's giving you a hint. 200 years is a long time.
A lot of oldest in the state of Illinois.
Yes.
A lot of oldest in the state of Illinois.
In February, something called Dream of Galena is happening.
Jay Dickerson wrote a play called Dream of Galena. And so there will be local talent that are actually, the first reading is coming up this next week. And it's a play about Galena. And it's free to the public, so we hope that people can come and enjoy it and realize what's gone into keeping Galena the gem that it really is.
Yeah. It's not easy.
No, it is not. You all do a very good job on keeping up with everything.
Keeping the charm.
Yes, most definitely. On March 14th, that's Pie Day. You got a pie eating contest.
Yeah, pie eating contest.
It is,
Yes, Pie Day, and the Eagles are throwing a pie eating contest. So if you don't know trivia, you can come and eat some pie.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Something for everyone, no matter your skill level.
Something for everything.
What day of the week is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
March
off the top 14th.
Of my head, I just feel like that would be such a great live shot for.
Yeah, I'll go up to Galena, eat some pies. Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Saturday. We'll get you in.
Darn it.
Oh,
all right.
boy.
All right, well, what are some of the other highlights of the events throughout the year?
Well, there's going to be a corn boil, which is going to have a lot of bands and an old-fashioned corn boil. So it'll have like artsy types of things, kids games, bands, food, drinks.
Real party.
A real party, a real party. And then we'll also there's also a history event, a history symposium in May. And then we'll end the year. And of course, all of our other organizations have done things around, we call them bicentennialize them, like our chamber is doing their annual dinner with the Roaring Twenties theme. So I'm trying to do the Halloween parade. So
I love the Halloween parade.
It goes and we have things for different spans of time, to keep it going. And then we'll finalize it with a drone show and on December 27th and a big, huge birthday party.
All right.
So we'll bring in the Native Americans that have been there. There's just so many things going on, plus all of our other festivals and events, and they're all looking to do the bicentennial theme with those events. So we're hoping to have a full, fun fabulous year.
Oh,
Sounds like
I don't doubt that you. And also, I want to talk about the mobile app quickly, because this is a very good way. This Galena Country mobile app, and you can kind of see right there on your screen what it would look like once you downloaded it. This is a really easy way to plan your trip to.
You can just plan your trip. You can go on there and just do what, say, this is what I like to do.
Yeah.
And they'll show you.
And they'll show you.
So somebody that wants
easy.
to come in, just come in, and then they can work the mobile app and be able to plan their trip.
Okay, wonderful. So, and there you have it on your screen. Of course, download that mobile app we were just talking about. If you want to learn more, though, about what's going on for the rest of the year, you've got a couple of options. Either head to visitgalena.org, or specifically everything bicentennial that you might want to know, head to galena2026.org. Barb, thank you for making the trip.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, next on
Thank
Quad
you.
Cities Live, our wins of the weekend, including some downtime, playing with some of those gifts from Christmas.
All right, it is a Monday. We've got a new week going on here, which means it is time for our wins of the weekend. We talk a little bit about something that we did over the weekend. So I guess I can start. So I'm really proud of Darby, because a win of the weekend is she had a dance recital yesterday. And this is kind of where they perform all their dances that they're going to be competing with throughout competition season. So I got to see her on stage for 3 separate dances. And I will say, I was very taken aback and surprised by how sassy and expressive
she's into it.
Her faces were. Like, she really, really got into it. She was having a good time up there. And, you know, she said afterward, Mommy, there was one part I really messed up on. And I'm like, girl, you did exactly. You did great. And it wasn't the competition yet. I'm like, you performed right through it. You kept smiling and having a good time, and that's what people want to see. So I'm really proud of her.
I love the action
She's
photos. You
just
can tell
7,
she was into
you
it.
know? And to get up on a giant stage at Bettendorf High School, if you've been there, you know.
It can be intimidating.
So.
All right, so we spent some time, a lot of cleaning done in the house. We didn't mean for it to happen, but it happened. It needed to happen. So we had some downtime with some of our Christmas presents. This is the Pixel Art Challenge. So they're looking at a little board there with all the colors. It's got letters and numbers, so it's learning. A lot of fun. Occupied about an hour's worth of time, so it's great.
That is perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much for sticking with us today.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everybody. Jeopardy is next.
We'll see you tomorrow.